Welcome back to Invest Global. Today I'll be taking you through 4 different properties, all in this Ipari district. This is at the end of the Verde lines, the green line on the gondola, which is basically the public transport system in La Paz. It's very beautiful to take. In future videos, I'll include some clips, but it's really, really interesting. It's called La Terminal, and this first property is actually $1,000 a month. It's 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It's this older couple that currently owns it. I asked them if they would potentially sell it. They're not going to, but it's actually quite interesting because a property like this, you could rent out on an Airbnb for, let's say, $100 to $150 a night. This is very, very simple to do. A lot of properties are going for $50 a night for just 1 bedroom, actually. And this one, let's say you wanted to kind of have an arbitrage play. There's many things you could do with this. There's also parking space included. The owners are very, very nice, and it was very kind of fun to do all these properties. So like I said, there's 4 different ones we'll be looking at today. This one, actually, all the furniture would be included. So that's pretty incredible, right? $1,000 a month. And how it works in Bolivia, basically, there's some interesting things with anti-credico that I'll probably cover in future videos. But what you would do is you would pay like half of a month's rent as a security deposit, so you'd pay $500, and then it would just be $1,000 a month. However, when I'm working with private clients, sometimes what they offer is just paying for a full year up front. So that would just be $12,500, and then you'd potentially get a better price. So let's say you would be able to pay for the full year up front. Maybe you could just pay $11K to $10K. And she was kind of showing me, this furniture. Obviously, they have the covering to protect it. They've lived in this place for a long time. There's lots of beautiful natural light in this apartment and the other ones that we'll be looking at. But this is just one example of kind of a cash flow property. And if you guys are curious, working one-on-one with numbers, if you want to see kind of exact details, anything like that, you can reach out to us down below. These videos are just kind of to bring up the idea to you. And then moving forward, I might change up the style with these real estate travel videos. Because I'm always learning as I'm going. I'm just kind of touring these properties for private clients, then also putting them out publicly. Now, the kitchen here is very nice. Again, everything's included. Most of these apartments in La Paz actually have a servant's quarters. So what you kind of saw behind me was the servant's quarters. This, they run on gas. You total everything up, by the way, for the actual security of the building. They're called like porters. People downstairs that will help you, constant security at all time. They use fingerprints for the actual entrance, and they're just kind of showing me these things here. But if you add up all those things together, gas, water, light, and even the building, payments, it's just $100 a month. It's about under that. They were saying they actually use less than that, and they're 2 people living in there basically full time. So this is that servant's quarters I was talking about. All of these are quite interesting. They typically just have a little shower, a little bathroom for the servant. But this could be used for something else. I mean, some people do want to have a maid even in 2022. However, it's completely up to you, right? You can kind of repurpose this area, and pretty much all the showers, by the way, in maids' quarters are electric. That's kind of something you don't usually see in US, UK, Australia. But you do see that a lot in South America. I saw it a bit in Africa as well. But it's nice, it saves money when you're using that, but usually the water pressure isn't as good. These are just kind of all the little appliances that I was focusing in on. And then, by the way, throughout this video, the next 2 properties, all have timestamps throughout this, but we'll tour a commercial property that's 2 stories at the very end. And this next one we're going to look at is quite interesting because the owner knows everybody in the building. There's only like 5 different families in the building. And so we'll get to that here in a second. This was the guest bathrooms. This is the bathroom as you're entering. I'm kind of just, looking in the mirror there and showing you guys what's going on here. All the wood was very, very nice. There's also kind of this little storage area. You could put towels, some things that guests would use there. But we'll kind of move on into the bedrooms here. That little window there is just for kind of air ventilation. But the bedrooms are actually quite nice, and like I said, everything is included with this. It's just $1,000 a month. I think this is a very interesting deal. So if anyone's interested in this, just let me know. Again, you can contact us via the email down below, contact@investglobal.io. We work with private clients. We can facilitate these transactions, even if you're in your home country. That's typically what I do is I'll work with different real estate agents to facilitate transactions, whether you want to pay in crypto, whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. There's a lot of different options available. Also, the woodwork in a lot of these apartment sites were really, really nice, like really, really high quality work, nice craftsmanship. They got everything kind of custom built and all the wood matches, which is very, very nice. Also, they've been the sole owners, so you don't have to worry about kind of anything else. They're very, very kind people. I personally think they're underpricing it by quite a lot. But they also said, hey, it's negotiable, right? So this is the master bedroom. You have this nice kind of giant closet area to the left. and nice natural light in the afternoon. Now, the complicated thing about La Paz is the weather, right? So this is one of the highest altitude capital cities in the world, if not the highest capital city in the world. I can't remember exactly, but let me know in the comments if you know. This is the master bathroom. Very, very nice. Really, really, just nice quality, everything. Everything is very up to date. Now, personally, I would probably change the shower in there. That would be very, very simple to do. Appliances are very cheap in Bolivia. And the nice thing is this real estate agent that I was working with, she has connections to everything, furniture, whatever you need. So, we can get that going. And again, if you kind of want to rent this out and let's say rent it on Airbnb, all of this can actually be done remotely. Obviously, you want to have some security, so maybe you'd want to go and visit La Paz, but it can be complicated, especially if you're a U.S. citizen. Just to enter Bolivia, you have to pay $160. You have to do a lot of kind of things that I'll probably cover in a video talking about, going from Peru, entering Bolivia, where I crossed Lake Titicaca. But these are the other two rooms. So there's two guest rooms. I personally, depending on what you wanted to do, you could make one an office. But again, these two rooms, let's say you could rent them out for $50 a night each, and then the main room, you could rent it out for maybe $100 a night and kind of manage it that way. Or you could just rent out the full thing. I personally think you could make a nice amount of profit on this property, especially for $1,000 a month. Let's say you did a prepayment for 6 months to a year. You'd be able to control this property, rent it out on Airbnb, VRBO. And the interesting thing about La Paz is the occupancy rates are actually quite high. I was speaking with an Airbnb owner, and he had really interesting kind of numbers. This is the second apartment. So these actually both were for sale. This is massive. So his original price was $1,500 a month for this individually, but actually his brother in the same building was renting one that's basically the exact same copy. Now, the other one is a little bit more luxurious. And by the way, everything with this is obviously included. But this is a little kind of outdoor area, maybe for like a maid or for washing machine. In the basement, each property has their own washer and dryer. I might show that, I think, later on in the video, but this one's quite massive as well. And again, I'll have the square footage and kind of more price details linked down below in the description, along with timestamps. So this, everything's included. Like I said, his brother and everybody else in the building, he knows. There's only like 5 families. Each floor is one family. This is kind of the guest bathroom right there. And then there's, if I remember correctly, there's 3 bedrooms. So there's one really, really large master bedroom with a nice kind of walk-in closet area, a really nice view. And you can see the walk-in closet there to the right. This is the bathroom. Some of this, actually, I don't necessarily think this needs updated personally, but it all depends on your preferences. This kind of that nice walk-in closet area, lots and lots of room. And like I was saying about the prices, so basically I asked him, hey, what if we did like a deal where somebody wanted to rent both of them together because they're not selling these, right? So if you rent both of them together, you can get each individually for $1,300 a month. So you could probably talk them down to $2,500 a month. And then from there, like I said, even with the other property, like this one is almost even better because there's way less people. The building's a lot smaller. Now with that, there's not as much security with this building, but it's in a very, very safe area. Like I said, it's in this Apari district. If you look up the map of La Paz, maybe in a future video, I'll kind of break down the different areas that I was looking at. This area is interesting along with the Sopocachi area. But like I said, so this is just one of the apartments, but the other one's basically the exact same. It's just some of the furniture is a bit more luxurious. And this is kind of that last bedroom. So it's 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Well, technically actually 4 bath because of the maid's quarters. But like I said, I'll have the square footage and everything down below. Now we're going to move into the commercial property. This one's quite interesting. This is a brand new building. I actually met with the owner who built this afterwards. And I think this would be perfect for a coffee shop because on the street, there's really nothing there. And by the way, those gardens in front, those little doors there, that's all yours. So most people, would think that, the whole building, that's a communal space. No. So you basically have this first floor and the second floor, which I'll show you here in a second, to furnish, kind of make whatever you want. But then also all that garden area is yours. So what I would personally do is probably tear down this wall. So that little room right here that I'm in, this wall is just drywall, very, very easy to tear down, kind of would open up the space. And again, there's a lot of opportunity in this area for kind of a local restaurant. Let's say you wanted to make like a Latin restaurant or something like that. Nice kind of seating areas you could have outside. And that street, the interesting thing that I showed you in the beginning is that street, all the traffic flows through there. So everybody driving in and out of La Paz has to cross that street. And then obviously, if you're taking the kind of like sky tram or gondola, whatever you want to call it, I always call it a gondola because that's, at ski resort places. If you're taking that, you're also going to kind of go through this area. That's kind of that main street I was talking about where you sell those cars. This upstairs area is quite massive. You know, they have a small little kitchen, kind of a banquet area, and a little bathroom there. So there's 2 bathrooms, one on each floor, and then that small little kitchen. Talked with them. These are kind of 2 real estate agents. The lady on the left is the one that I mainly worked with. This one, the camera was just on, is the commercial property owner. But that's all for this video.